House will be in order. On a point of personal privilege, the Speaker recognizes Representative Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and the representative from Douglas County and members of JAG-K. Thank you, body, for being here this morning so that we may honor the JAG-K program here in Kansas. I am pleased to co-sponsor this resolution with the representative from Douglas County, designated today, February 10th, 2022, as JAG-K Day at the Capitol. Most of the members of this body are familiar with Jobs for American Graduates of Kansas and their remarkable outcomes. JAG-K is an in-school elective class that helps prepare students for successful futures. JAG-K career specialists work with their students all 12 months of the year and provide 12 months of support following their senior year. Over the past 4 years, JAG-K students have a 97% graduation rate. 89% of the JAG-K graduates of the class of 2020 are now in post-secondary education, military service, or working full-time. It's exciting to have hundreds of JAG-K students from across the state in the Capitol today, including those on the House floor this morning. I'm especially proud to recognize Devin Russell Unger and Christy Prey, who are from Augusta, so I'm excited for them to be here. Devin is senior at Augusta High School and the JAG-K State Career Associate President. Christy is the Career Specialist at AHS and was also awarded JAG-K Career Specialist of the Year. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Representative Ballard, who is a member of the JAG-K Board of Directors.
Thank you, Representative. It's a pleasure for me to share this podium with you this morning. One of the reasons I serve on the board of directors for JAG is because this program works, and we all like programs that work. Representative Williams mentioned some of their outstanding performance measures, but JAG-K also does things for students that cannot be measured: instilling confidence, increasing self-worth, and recognizing great potential. In October, the University of Kansas our Lawrence campus hosted JAG-K's Leadership Development Conference. I was able to meet with a small group of leaders at the Dole Institute of Politics. The entire staff raved. What a joy it was to work with them. The next day, I had the opportunity to speak at the luncheon, and that luncheon was attended by over 300 JAG-K students and staff members. I appreciate Governor Kelly including a $3.5 million appropriation in her budget this year, so JAG-K may expand from 81 programs to more than 120 over the next 2 years. It was a pleasure for me to meet with Devin and Kristen earlier this year at the Robert J. Dole Institute of Politics. And if you notice, instead of saying Dole Institute, I said Robert J. Dole Institute of Politics, because many of you may not know that he has since passed when you were there. I would like to recognize the rest of the group from the JAG-K here on the floor with us this morning. Just raise your hands so that our legislators know who you are. Karen Morehouse from Hiawatha, Dakota Allmiller from Great Bend, Shirey Jackson from Royal Valley, Kobe Mick from El Dorado, Jesse Bartlett from Stafford, and Devin Russell Unger from Augusta. They are accompanied by the Vice President of Programming, Bev Mortimer, and Chuck Knapp, the President and CEO. Chuck, we have worked together for many years, and you do an absolutely outstanding job. Thank you so much for all your work and efforts in the JAG-K program. Finally, please join me in recognizing some of the JAG-K students joining us in the East Gallery this morning. Would you please stand? Thank you all students for standing, and I'll turn it over to Representative Williams.
Thank you, Representative. And with that, we will be providing a certificate to our outstanding individuals behind us. And Mr. Speaker, I would request that our words be spread across the journal. Please give one more round of applause for this group today.
And for my colleagues, thank you very much for joining us for our Jack K. Day recognition. And I added, it was a joy to welcome you to the Capitol in the House of Representatives. Thank you. You can applaud again. Thank you.
Without objection, so ordered. Introductions of bills and concurrent resolutions. The clerk will read.
House Bill number 2681 by the Committee on Federal and State Affairs, an act concerning firearms relating to the disposition thereof by law enforcement agencies, requiring all forfeited or seized firearms to be disposed of in accordance with the Kansas Code of Criminal Procedure. House Bill number 2682 by the Committee on Taxation, an act concerning sales and use tax relating to city and counties' retailer sales tax levies. House Bill number 2683 by the Committee on Taxation, an act concerning taxation relating to sales and compensating use tax, providing for sales tax exemption for crisis pregnancy centers. House Bill number 2684 by the Committee on Taxation, an act concerning taxation relating to sales and compensating use tax, providing for a sales tax exemption for area agencies on aging. House Bill number 2685 by the Committee on K-12 Education Budget, an act concerning education relating to public and private schools, establishing the Kansas Student Achievement Accountability Act, requiring students to show grade level proficiency on state assessments before promotion to the next grade level. House Bill number 2686 by the Committee on Appropriations, an act concerning the water and environment of Kansas, creating the Kansas Department of Water and Environment within the executive branch of government, transferring certain powers, duties, and functions, abolishing the Kansas Water Office, the Kansas Department of Health and Environment Division of Environment, the Kansas Department of Agriculture and Division of Conservation, the Kansas Department of Agriculture Division of Water Resource, updating statutory references thereof, establishing the Water and Environmental Maintenance Fund, modifying procedures for elections of the Board of Directors for a Groundwater Management District Board of Directors eligibility, definition of eligible voter term limits, Board of Directors. House Bill number 2687 by the Committee on Appropriations, an act concerning retirement and pensions relating to the Kansas Public Employees Retirement System, eliminating certain level dollar employer contribution payments. House Bill number 2688 by the Committee on Commerce, Labor, and Economic Development, an act concerning alcoholic beverages relating to cereal malt beverage retailer licenses, requiring issuance thereof to a licensed farm winery that satisfies the statutory requirements for such retailer license. House Bill number 2689 by the Committee on Federal and State Affairs, an act concerning public utilities relating to coal-fired electric generation facilities, limiting a public utilities cost recovery when replacing or retiring facilities, requiring electric public utilities to make efforts to sell such facilities, obligations to purchase electricity from purchased facilities. House Bill number 2690 by the Committee on Appropriations, an act concerning education, establishing the legislature's intention to focus on academic achievement, creating the Every Child Can Read Act to support literacy proficiency by third grade, establishing the Legislative Award for Excellence in Teaching program to provide merit-based teaching bonus awards to high-performing teachers, creating the Legislative Award for Excellence in Teaching Fund. House Bill number 2691 by the Committee on Commerce, Labor, and Economic Development, an act concerning real estate brokers, relating to the Real Estate Brokers and Salespersons License Act, prohibiting the denial of access or membership in a multi-listing service based on certain circumstances. House Bill number 2692 by the Committee on Corrections and Juvenile Justice, an act concerning law enforcement, relating to the Kansas Commission on Peace Officer Standards and Training, increasing the membership of the commission, requiring certain appointments be made with a preference for diversity, and to be made by the Kansas State Conference of NAACP branches. House Bill number 2693 by the Committee on Appropriations, an act concerning the division of vehicles, eliminating the division of vehicles modernization surcharge. One more. Okay, we'll go on.
Messages from the Senate. The clerk will read.
Senate concurs in House Amendment Senate Bill 347.
Reports of standing committees. The clerk will read.
Committee on Financial Institutions and Rural Development recommends House Bill 2568 be passed. Committee on Judiciary recommends House Bill 2496 be passed. Committee on Judiciary recommends House Bill 2527 be passed. Committee on Judiciary recommends House Bill 2537 be passed. Committee on Financial Institutions and Rural Development recommends House Bill 2489 be amended and the bill be passed as amended. Committee on Corrections and Juvenile Justice recommends House Bill 2517 be amended. The bill be passed as amended. Committee on Corrections and Juvenile Justice recommends House Bill 2515 be passed. Committee on Corrections and Juvenile Justice recommends House Bill 2516 be passed.
We'd like to return to introduction of bills. Is there objection? Seeing none, the clerk will read.
House Bill number 2694 by the Committee on Judiciary, an act concerning the financing of civil litigation, enacting the Third-Party Litigation Finance and Consumer Protection Act, requiring registration and regulation of litigation financiers by the Secretary of State, disclosure of certain information. House Bill number 2695 by the Committee on Health and Human Services, an act concerning the regulation of traffic, prohibiting smoking when persons under legal age to purchase cigarettes or tobacco products are present.
Are there announcements? Representative French.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members of the body. You might have lost it with all of the good JAG-K kids we had up here, but we also have some other visitors in the gallery. The Franklin County, Kansas leadership class is here today. They do not claim this on their website, but I am an alum, a graduate of the 1997 Franklin County leadership class. So would ask you maybe join with me in recognizing them coming up here today to learn about state government. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Further announcements? Majority Leader Hawkins.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move the House adjourn until Friday, February 11th at 9 a.m. pro forma.
You've heard the motion. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. We are adjourned.